Our clock is a bit behind.
Really? Wow. How much was this?
Is the right time now?
44.
Yeah.
10 minutes. Almost.
5,
7 minutes.
6 minutes. Yes. Something like that.
Oh, 6.
Let's make it right.
Jai.
beetje zo. Hij staat een beetje scheef. Ja, ja.
Nee, dan maar 6 minutes. Hè?
Until the follow.
Nee, nog 6 minuten achter. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you so much for coming and being participating in this feast. So, few of us have come for the first time. Again, thank you for coming. Quick request, please come ahead. It's 4 o'clock. Usually we start getting a lot of devotees entering temple hall around 4:20. So if you don't have space in the back, they will have to come in the front then and take a lot of disturbance in the class. So please push until here maybe. So we have enough space. Everyone to come and join us later. There is the auspicious day Ekadashi, also the first Sunday feast of this year, 2024. Welcome you all. We hope that this year will bring a lot of prosperity and Krishna consciousness and spirituality and good things in your lives. Starting with Pratapadra Prabhu. Pratapadra Prabhu is from Chopati, Mumbai. He's been trained brahmacharis in the ISKCON Chopati temple. Krishna consciousness more than 1 decade now, so there's a lot of things to share. We'll be speaking on Ramayana, right? Because Sri Ram Mandir is being inaugurated in a week or so. Prabhu will take us to Ramayana. So let's welcome Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It says the weather is very cold outside, so affecting a bit inside. Let's get it more louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. So First, we will start with Jai Radha Madhav prayers. So I will sing the first stanza, and you all please repeat it after me.
Where is that thing?
With Toshan. Oh, you have it.
Okay. You might be more experienced in ukulele. Go to the menu. I think you just do the menu. Yeah. Downs.
Okay. Start with it.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज यमुना तीरावण Ram श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की So let us offer our respectful obeisances to all our Parampara and praise acharyas. So we will sing a few prayers to seek the blessing from our acharyas. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Rupa Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sajagata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Advaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Radhika Shri Vishakhantamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamine Namine Namaste Saraswati Gaurani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vansha Kalpatarupesya Krupa Sindhubheva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayam Udiraye
Tato Jayam Udiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhakti Bhagavate Naishtiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome all the devotees for today's Sunday Feast program, and this happens to be the first Sunday Feast of the year 2024. So I would like to wish all of you a very happy Krishna conscious New Year, and I am very grateful to everyone, so that in spite of such a cold -5 degree, you all still choose to come here. So I am very grateful, and I would like to seek blessings from all the senior devotees who are here. So especially the devotees from our temple board, Ratimanjali Mataji and Mukti Dhatri Mataji. She is like a Jambuan, like the oldest devotee we can see here. So personally I don't have much realizations or qualification, but as I was told by Nilambar Prabhuji, so that's why I'm trying to share something which I have learned from my seniors. So as Prabhuji was mentioning that this month is very special in the context of the world, because like very soon on 21st we are having the inauguration of Lord Ram in Ayodhya. So this was pending since last 500 years, and now by the grace of Lord it is now happening. So I thought maybe now many people will hear about the name of Lord Ram. So I thought let us try to go deep into Ramayana and try to understand. I would request all devotees to please come forward. So today we will try to discuss about Ramayana and what is actually the mood in Ramayana. So when Valmiki Rishi wrote the Ramayana, so it was the Ramayana is written in the Karuna Ras. So that is every scripture has a different rasa, but ras for Ramayana is Karuna Ras. And Ramayana basically has three kinds of cultures are explained in Ramayana. So first Sanskriti is Ayodhya. So the Ayodhya culture is a very advanced culture. So that Ayodhya Sanskriti was described in Ramayana by Valmiki Muni. And then second Sanskriti which was mentioned, that was Kishkinda. And the third culture was Lanka culture. So like this we can see there are three different cultures which are explained in Ramayana. So So now try to analyze like what are the foundation principles of this culture and these communities. So first, the ideal and the most perfect culture was of Ayodhya, and that's why it is called a Sanskriti. So the culture of Kishkinda was called as a Prakriti, and the culture of Lanka was called as Vikruti. So the foundation, so why the culture of Ayodhya was called as a Sanskriti? That means which has the culture based on values. So what are those values? So the values of Ayodhya culture, it was based on sacrifice and selflessness. So every person in Ayodhya, he is only having one motivation, only having one thought, that how can I provide pleasure to Lord Ram. So no one was concerned about their personal happiness. Everyone was concerned about Lord Ram's happiness. And exactly that's what the Vraj Bhumi is also, Vrindavan is also like that. So the word Vraja means movement. So so that means all the Brajavasis who are the inhabitants of Vrindavan, their every action was, the Vraja means movement. So they are moving with the desire, with the inspiration to please to Lord Krishna. So all their activities were centered on how can I provide pleasure to Lord Krishna. And same was case with the Ayodhya also. So now let us try to analyze a few characters from Ayodhya. So so first character is so basically Lord Ram. He is a supreme personality of Godhead, and Ram has four brothers, means three other brothers. So Ram, Lakshman, Shatrughna, and Bharat. So so their father's name was Dasharath, and Dashrath Maharaj has three principal queens. So from those three queens, Kaushalya, Sumitra, and Kaikai, these four children were born. So now the Lakshman. So the meaning of word Lakshman is Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampannaha Niti Priti Puruskritaha. So that means Lakshman means one who possesses the Lakshmi, one who is possessor of Lakshmi. So now if we analyze the life of Lakshman, then we will come to know that Lakshman hardly had any money. He hardly had any money because he was always traveling with Ram. So and he was always serving Ram. So then why he is called as a Lakshman? Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampanna. So what kind of Lakshmi was that? So that Lakshmi was the wealth of, which kind of wealth Lakshman was having? So Lakshman was having the most precious wealth, and that was a wealth of service. So Lakshman, he was constantly engaged in Lord Ram's service. So basically Ram and Lakshman, they were practically inseparable. So when Ram used to walk, so it seems like that the prana from Lakshman's body is coming out and starts walking. So that's how they were so intimately connected with each other. So being a Kshatriya, it's very difficult to be under someone's control. But the whole life, the Lakshman, he was only concerned about the service, and the service to the Lord is actually the most satisfying thing for the soul, because our soul is longing for that service, and when the soul connects with God's service, that time only a soul can get the real fulfillment. So that's the service to the selfless service towards Lord is actually the food for soul. Like our body has requirement of food, like we eat different kinds of preparation. So that's the car needs petrol as fuel. So similarly, the food for soul is service, selfless service to the Lord. So as Lakshman was completely in possession of that the most rarest thing, which is service of Lord Ram. That's why he was called as Lakshman. So now, so Lakshman's sacrifice is considered as really great. But more than Lakshman, the sacrifice of Bharat is considered as even a highest. So why Bharat? Because Bharavahanti iti Bharata. So the meaning of word Bharat is a person who carries very heavy weight. So now what kind of Bharat had? So Bharat had this heavy bhar of misconception. So everyone in the Ayodhya, they were considering that Bharat is the one who is responsible, and because of Bharat, Vanam Gacchaiva Raghava. Because of Bharat, Lord Ram had to leave Ayodhya, and Bharat had no role in that conspiracy. But still, everyone was blaming Bharat, and it went to such an extent that even the father of Bharat, Dashrath Maharaj. So, what was Dashrath Maharaj's last word? His last words were, he told Vasishtha Rishi that please don't allow Bharat to perform my last rites. So now let's say if we have some misunderstanding with anyone, let's say if I have some misunderstanding with Suraj Prabhu, then I have at least facility that I can discuss with him and I can clarify my side. But imagine that Dashrath Maharaj, he had already left the planet. So there is no way by which he can actually clarify his sides. And he was also not an ordinary person. The Dashrath Maharaj, he was the father of Bharat. So just imagine if your father is somehow misunderstood and there is no way of reconciliation. So that kind of Bharat was having. And even his guru, Vasishtha Rishi, he also doubted Bharat. And all the Ayodhya Vasis, they used to think that because of Bharat only Lord Ram had went to Ayodhya. And because of that, Bharat used to stay in a Nandigram, which is at the he has constructed a hut because Ram he went to forest and he will live in a hut, so that's why Bharat was also staying in a hermitage. And he used to walk. He used to wake up every day at 1 o'clock in the night. So why? And he used to go to Sharayu for bathing. So why? Because around 3:30 onwards, as soon as Brahma Muhurt starts, all the Ayodhya Vasis, they used to come for bathing. And if they, by chance, if they saw Bharat, then they used to throw stones at Bharat, and thinking that because our whole day will go now, it's a bad omen because we have seen Bharat's face. So that was the thinking of mass public at that time. So now, just try to imagine yourself in the place of Bharat, that he has not done anything wrong. So he had every chance and every reason to live service of Ram, to live devotional service. But still, in such an unfavorable atmosphere, when you are not encouraged, when you are completely misunderstood by everyone, to practice devotional service in that atmosphere is the most difficult thing, and that was done by Bharat. So that's why Bharat's devotion is considered even greater than that of Lakshman. So that's a lesson for all of us also, so that there might be some cases or sometime in our life it might happen that in our yatra we might get misunderstood by someone, but still that time we should always think of Bharat and how he continued with his practice of devotional service. So that's a great example set by Bharat. So that's again this angle of sacrifice and selfless service comes. Then now, more than Bharat, the sacrifice of Shatrughna is considered as even higher. So now, what is the meaning of Shatrughna? So the meaning of Shatrughna is Shatrughno Nitya Shatrughna Niti Priti Puraskrita. So that means a person who has conquered his enemies, that person is called as Shatrugna. So now if we see the life of Shatrugna, he had not killed that many demons. He just killed Lavnasur. Apart from that, he didn't had a significant uh, opportunity to kill the demons. Then what? Who was the enemy of Shatrugna?
His mind, his own mind.
Yeah. So that's also. But this is not exactly. But this is in the like what I'm going to say is in the different context. It's a part of rasa, not the literary. So it is said that the enemy of Shatrugna was Ram himself. So how? Because the Ram was so beautiful and he was so attractive that no one can resist to have association with Ram. But the duty of Bharat was the duty of Shatrugna was to serve Bharat, to assist Bharat in his uh, kingly activities. So that was a duty of Shatrugna, and that's why he was so to become Lakshman is very easy because you will get a chance to stay with Ram, who is supreme personality of Godhead, right? So uh, that's a very fancy idea because Ram is anyway is so attractive that even a trees, even a stones used to get attracted towards him. But to serve a popular person is very easy. Let's say Prabhupada ji came here, who will not want to serve him? But to serve an ordinary person who is not famous is very difficult. So, and that too, so for that you need to really have concurrence over your ego. So, Shatrugna he had conquered his false ego, and because of that he was serving the Shatrugna. He was serving Bharat, who is the most misunderstood by everyone. So let's say if you have such a master who is unpopular, to serve such a master is so difficult. But he knows that what will please Ram. So because of that, instead of so he resists that temptation to go along with Ram, and he continued serving Bharat. So sometimes in our life also, or in our devotional circle also, sometimes we will get such a menial service where there is no one will recognize that also, or which is externally which is not considered very glorious, but still that kind of service pleases the Lord most. So that's why the sacrifice of Shatrugna is considered as even the highest. So that was the culture of basically Ayodhya, that everyone was only thinking of how can I provide pleasure to others, how can I provide pleasure to Lord Ram. And on the other hand, there was a second culture, and that culture was of Kishkinda. So the culture of Kishkinda is also called as a Prakruti. So so that means in Ayodhya people had good intentions and they have good behavior also. But in Kishkinda it was the culture of sadhakas like us. That one day you are very inspired to serve, and on the next day you are very morose. So that was basically how the people in Kishkinda was, and their king, the name of king of Kishkinda was Sugriv. So he was the king. Of course, that time Bali was ruling, but Lord Ram then, after having alliance with Ram, Ram actually killed Bali. So now here that culture is people were having the people were imperfect, but they had a good intention. So so this episode comes when Lord Ram comes to uh, visit Sugriv. So that time Hanumanji first came, and Hanumanji was trying to check like who is Ram and Lakshman. So that time Lakshman he introduced that why Ram wants to meet Sugriv. So so that time Lakshmanji he said that सर्व लोकस्य धर्मात्मा शरण्ये शरणं प्रभु गुरोर में राघव स्वयं सुग्रीवम शरणं मम. So he was saying that सर्व लोकस्य धर्मात्मा, a person who is basically dharma personified, who जय श्री श्री करुणा. So he was mentioning that sarva lokasya dharmatma. So a person who is dharma personified, who is the religious principle for the entire lokas, that person is and who is my guru Raghav, that person is trying to take shelter of Sugriv. So now one may ask, like, why Ram had to take shelter of Sugriv, and why Ram wants the friendship of Sugriva. So there is a beautiful analogy for that. Is why Ram basically choose Sugriv as his friend. So it is mentioned that so basically Lord Ram, when the Jiva separated from Lord Ram, from the Lord, then and everyone is trapped in this material world. So then God alone, Lord Ram or Krishna alone cannot deliver all the fallen souls. So basically that time he needs a help of the devotees. He needs help of sound vibration and the devotees. So now the meaning of Sugriva is what? The meaning of Sugriva is Griva means kantha, the throat. So one who is having a beautiful throat, that person is called as a Sugriva. So and throat is a place from where sound vibration emanates. And basically sound has 4 stages, 4 characteristics. It is called as Para, Pashyanti, Madhyama and Vaikhari. So now whatever the sound we are hearing, that is called as Vaikhari, which is an external manifestation of sound. But it starts from the navel, Nabhisthal. So it whenever we are speaking, so first it starts from navel, which is called as Para, and then it reaches heart, where we will get the idea exactly. It gets concept. So first is a conception phase, and then in the heart the idea gets fructified, and then third one is Madhyama, then when that sound actually reaches the throat, and the fourth one is Vaikhari, that means external manifestation. But now we are so like this Sugriv, he had 4 ministers. So those ministers represent these characteristics of sound. And now this sound, if sound has to travel, then it needs air as a medium. So that air is Hanumanji. So Hanumanji, he is a Pavan Putra. So he is basically that medium by which the sound vibration can propagate. So basically, who is Hanumanji? Hanumanji is a carrier of sound vibration. So even if Lord wants to deliver the fallen souls, he depends upon the sound vibration, which is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. So this sound vibration, and along with sound vibration, he needs a persons who are like a carrier of sound vibration. So the carrier of sound vibration was Hanumanji. So that's why to fulfill the mission, Lord Ram needs help of sound vibration and the carrier. Like he needs a help of Sugriv and Hanumanji. So that's why so this combination of Hanumanji and Sugriv, sound, vibration and carrier of sound, is the perfect remedy for conditioned soul to get attracted towards Ram. So like that. So for that, on a regular basis, Lord sends his devotees to basically carry his message throughout the world. So like that, Srila Prabhupada ji, he is also such ambassador of God who actually, in spite of against all odds, he went to uh, USA and then he preached the glories of Lord Krishna all over the world, basically. So, so this is a perfect combination like sound vibration when you get sound vibration and a person who is propagating that, and along with that, we have the will of Lord. So now, now then we move forward in the story. So then Bali was killed, and then after that Sugriv basically forgot about his promise, because then there was a Chaturmasya time, the rainy season. So especially in India, the rainy season is very aggressive. So that time no one can travel, and Lord Ram wants to search Sita, but that search was not possible because of such a rain. So then he said, "Okay, Sugriv, you go to your kingdom, enjoy these 4 months, and then come back. And after that, as promised by you, we will search for Sita." So then Sugriv went, and then he started enjoying the kingdom. And then after that, he becomes fully engrossed in that, and he completely forget about his promise. So now that time, and Ram was waiting that for Ram, he was in such a separation from Sita. He was crying day and night, and experiencing the love in separation, Virabha. And then Sugriv, he had no intention of doing any service because he forgot. So that's the nature of sadhaka. So, so the sadhaka, he remains grateful for some time, and then later he forgets. And then so like we start doing sadhana, we carry on for some time, and then we forgot. So that's the nature of sadhaka. One day very enthusiastic, next day down. So like that. So then we need a guru who can remind us every day that you need to do your sadhana properly. You need to who can remind us for of the purpose of life. So that time Ram become angry for the first time. So he become angry and he was telling Lakshman that nacha sankuchita pantha yena vali hato gataha samayat ishtanti sugriva ma vali patha manvaga. So that he was telling that, tell the Sugriv that the path by which I have sent Bali, that path is still open. So that means the way I killed Bali, same way your turn also can come, and I am not dependent on you to search Sita. But as you promise, you need to fulfill your promise. Then Lakshmanji, he was very happy because Lakshmanji wants to do that kind of services. He was like a Kshatriya, so he was getting chance to exhibit his anger. So Lakshman was happy. He said that no, don't worry, Lord Ram. I will immediately go and kill Sugriv, and then I will make Angad as a king, and then along with Angad we will go and find Sita. So Lord Ram immediately stopped him. He said, no, you just tell about my message. Don't kill Sugriv. So that's the compassion of Lord. That even though the conditioned soul is constantly doing mistakes, but Lord never abandoned any one of his servant. So even though his servant is making constant mistakes, the Lord is very compassionate. So he chastises, he gives feedback, but he do not take away the service. So like that, Lord Ram, he was so compassionate, so he didn't took away the service. So then Lakshman went, and then Sugriv come to his senses, and then he immediately starts, okay, now let me arrange for the armies. And then he summoned all the all different vanaras, and then he asked them to reach within 7 days, otherwise you will be killed. So then all the monkey soldiers they assemble, and then Sugriv, he was telling them that you go to this specific direction, and then there you will find such cave. Try to search there. So he know the Sugriv. He was knowing the geography of entire world. So Ram was also amazed that how do you know about this? So he said that when Bali was chasing me, that time I have actually gone through entire world trying to search for the place where I can hide, and I couldn't find that. So that way. So sometimes, but that because of that, he was knowing the entire geography of the world, and that was helpful in Ram's service. So sometimes unpleasant circumstances in our life also creates the future opportunities. So if Sugriv would not have traveled that much, he would not have performed this service. So now, in all different service, then he selected the one team which is headed by Angad, and then Angad's and Hanumanji was also part of that team, and he told them that you go to southern direction to find Sita. And while they were going, that time Lord Ram blessed all the monkey soldiers. So then this southern party, which was headed by Angada, they were going. So now when they went searching for Sita, then the Angad, he was at the forefront, and Angad was very enthusiastic, and all the monkeys were very enthusiastic. And at the last, who was there? At the last was Hanumanji. So now Angad basically represents Buddhi, the intelligence. So why Angad was at forefront? So similarly, the goal of the monkey soldiers was what? The goal of them was to perform devotional service, to find Sita. Sita is a devotional service herself. So to find a Sita, first they need to analyze. So like that, any person who is on the spiritual journey, first he has to apply his buddhi. First he needs to check whether the path for which I am committing myself, whether that path is correct, whether it is as per Guru Sadhu and Shastra or not. So buddhi is always at the front in the beginning. So that way, Hanumanji, that way all the monkey soldiers were going, and Hanumanji was at the last. So that time, the soldiers, all the monkeys, they were so enthusiastic. They were running up and down. They were trying to search, and they think that within 1 or 2 days we will find Sita. But this was Hanumanji was knowing that this is not going to happen. It will take a long time. So after 1 month, this way 1 month actually passed, and then their enthusiasm becomes very big. And then they started doubting whether Sita really exists or not. So like that. So this also happens in our life also. So as a sadhaka, sometimes what happens, initially we are very enthusiastic because it is new for mind. So mind also doesn't protest at the beginning. So then we pick up some spiritual path. We start doing sadhana. So initially we are very enthusiastic because Krishna also initially gives the taste, and then in the process, then we commit some mistakes. We do some Vaishnava path, and because of that, that taste is taken away, and then we start doubting whether this process works or not, whether this sadhana paddhati which we are following following 4 regulative principles and chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Then people start giving their example that I am chanting Hare Krishna since 1 decade, but nothing happened. All the lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion, everything is there as it is. It is working or not? Like this. So this forest of these doubts start coming in the mind. So then they enter. So like this, that was basically the consciousness of all the monkeys. they started doubting whether Sita exists or not. And then they saw one big cave in front of them, and that cave was having such a pitch dark that no one, like if you enter the cave you can't see your hands also. That's how dark that cave was. So then all the monkey soldiers, they said, Angad said that I will not enter, because that's how. Uh, then Angad stops. Then by seeing Angad, all other monkey soldiers, they also said that no, we will also not enter the cave. So then people ask Angad, like, why you are not entering? Then Angad said, I know in my father's life all the problems starts when he enters the cave. So that's why I don't want to enter the cave. But the actual reason, like why Bali uh, got bewildered in that case is because Bali and Sugriv, they were fighting together with that demon, and Bali alone enter in the cave. Why? Because he don't want to give that credit to Sugriv. Because if Sugriv and Bali both went inside the cave to fight the demon, then the credit will be shared. So that's why Bali wanted to take the complete credit. So that's why he told Sugriv, you wait outside, and then I will kill her. And then after that, that confusion happened. So like this. So then that time, then Angad stops. Then all monkey soldiers decided that we will not enter the cave. Then that time, who came in the forefront? It was Hanumanji. So then Hanumanji says, "Don't worry, I will go inside." So what Hanumanji represents in this case is, Hanumanji represents Vishwas. Vishwas means he represents that faith in the process of devotional service. That now it might be possible that now it is not working, but if I keep doing this Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhahuma Davagni Nirvapanam, that the holy name has the power to transform my heart. Holy name has the power to to get rid of all these tendency of sin, tendency to perform sin, and then all these unwanted elements from me. So if we keep on doing this, then definitely there will be one day when we will be get rid of all these things. So along with the buddhi, because in our life some circumstances comes when our buddhi doesn't work, we can't rationalize it through our mind. So that time we need that leap of faith, and that comes from, then that time we need a external help, and then that external help came in the form of Hanumanji. And then Hanumanji, he entered the cave. So how they enter the cave? Hanumanji first went, and then Angad hold his tail, and then Angad was going, and then the next monkey, he hold the tail of the Angad. So like this they were entering the cave. So now here the Angada didn't have faith that whether we will able to find Sita or not, but he had faith that okay, maybe I'm not able to follow, but the next person in front of me, he is on a right track, and he is a genuine, and so let me follow him. So even though he's from his because earlier he had already analyzed that this path is valid and this path is perfect. So now, but during performing, when he was performing sadhana, he is not getting that realization. But that time he is taking shelter of someone who had already received that realization. So then Angad had faith on Hanuman. So Angad had he took the tail of Hanumanji, and then like this, the next monkey soldiers, they know that we don't know where we are going, but we have confidence in Angad. So Angad will take us to right place. So that's how that's a parampara system. So sometimes it might be possible that a person from whom we are taking spiritual knowledge, that person may not be perfect, but if he is connected to the perfect parampara or perfect source or authentic practices if he is performing, then we are in a right direction. We are moving in a right direction. Then that's how these all monkey soldiers they came inside that cave, and eventually they meet the Swayam Prabha, so who was performing yogic sadhana there, and then uh, she she was first of all skeptical, but later she find out that these monkeys had a genuine intention of serving. Then Swayam Prabha, she with her mystic power, she provided all the opulences to all the monkeys. So then monkeys they were so happy because they were getting the best kind of fruits, everything. So they were so happy and they were thinking that why to search for Sita now? Let us get settled here forever. So that's also the mentality of the sadhaka. So sometimes what happens that while performing devotional service, we get some facilities because along with the perform like once we become senior, then people start offering obeisances to us. Then we will get getting some facilities, some recognition, name, fame that also follows, and then then the sadhaka starts thinking that yeah, this is the best thing which has happened to me. Earlier no one used to ask me, but now so many people are coming and listening. Let me enjoy it. But then you will never able to reach your destination. The ultimate destination was Bhakti Devi, to find Sita. So then you will stuck there itself. So, but that time Hanumanji was there. He was always alert. So because of that, Hanumanji he was able to convince all of them that no, our goal is to find Sita. So now question arises: all the monkey soldiers they were losing their interest in fighting. They were losing their interest in serving uh, in in searching for Sita. And why did Hanumanji? He was always enthusiastic. Initially, he was at the back, but always he was enthusiastic. So why? Can anyone tell what is the reason? Like why other monkeys enthusiasm went, but Hanumanji's enthusiasm didn't go.
Can you repeat the question? I didn't hear well what you
So
said.
the question
Why-
is, see, all the monkeys when they start searching for Sita, everyone was very enthusiastic on day one. But after 1 month, everyone except Hanumanji, everyone was very morose and started doubting. But Hanumanji, he was always enthusiastic. So why? Any guess?
His destination. From the beginning. It was from the beginning his destination.
Yeah, he was. You meant to say he was fixed on the destination, like where we need to go. Yeah, that's so. And one more thing is, which is very relevant for us in our life, is when all the monkey soldiers were going, Lord Ram has given blessings to each and every monkey soldiers. He had given blessings to everyone, and he had given it to Hanumanji also. But Hanumanji was living that moment every second. So he was always feeling that Lord Ram's hand is on my head. Why? Because that experience, when that happened, when Ram gave blessings to each and every monkey soldiers, the experience for everyone was same. That Ram is giving blessing. Everyone was so happy. But later what happens? The other monkeys they didn't contemplate on that. They didn't preserve that moment, and because of that, that moment was lost. So, but Hanumanji, he was constantly meditating on that interaction with Lord Ram, constantly, and because of that, he was always thinking that Ram is always with me. He was feeling the hand of Ram on his head. So, similarly, in our life also, we get some or other opportunity because Krishna is so merciful. He gives us some taste or some divine experience, some experience where we get a very powerful sadhu sangha. But then what is the difference between advanced sadhak and the normal like beginner is when such experience come in our life, the advanced devotee, he grab that with his whole heart and he preserve that in his hand. So for example, many people might have been to Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, but after let's say we are very happy, we are surcharged with the dham potency, but as soon as we come home, we forget about that, and then our daily lives, daily routine starts. But there are few people who went to dham and then they come out of dham also, but they always remember that experience. They always start contemplating on that experience which they get. So in each and every one's life, Krishna has given some good experience to us. Like sometimes during kirtan we may feel very nice, or sometimes in the sangha we may feel very inspired. We think that yes, this is only the goal of my life. This moment comes in everyone's life, someday or other. But this moment cannot come every day. So we need to preserve those moments when we feel so jubilant, so ecstatic in devotional service, and when we are down, that time we should think of that experience. So if that is in our cache memory, then we will able to respond to the situation based on that spiritual experience. But if we don't preserve that experience, then what will happen? It will be just a past good thing happened to us. So that's the difference between Hanumanji and other monkey soldiers, that he preserved that experience. So even though like that's the case in Srila Prabhupada's life also. So Prabhupada met his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur only for 8 to 9 times in his life. So it was not that he was constant companion of his guru, but still wherever he got that association, he had grabbed that with so much of intensity that time, and he had always preserved that in his mind, and because of that he was always intimately connected with his spiritual master. So similarly, maybe when we come to temple we get some good experience, then try to preserve, try to contemplate on that experience for the rest of week, and when that memory is fading, please come to temple again, get that same experience. So that's why we need a regular sangha also. But sometimes if we are in such a place where there is no sangha, then that time the good moments which had happened to us, that will help us. So with this I would like to conclude. Mataji,
Can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Somebody has question.
Yeah.
Maybe I think there are quite a few new people. Can you say a few words about the relationship between Krishna and Rama?
Yeah. So basically, in different yugas, Lord comes in a different incarnation. So in the Treta Yuga, the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, he came in the form of Lord Ram, and basically his main he was Maryada Purushottam. So basically he acted in the limit of human. So whatever the human can perform, that way he followed the social obligations, everything. So that was the life of Ram. He established the dharma, but he didn't do the like miraculous thing which Krishna did. So when Krishna was 7 days old, he killed Putna. So that kind of miracles, that kind of potency, Lord Ram had not. He had not expressed. But so that was we can basically follow the footsteps of Lord Ram. We cannot follow footsteps of Krishna because he is a Leela Purushottam. He has performed various different leelas, and he has showed the full potency basically. So basically, Ram is a Satyavachni, like, but Krishna, he used to say lie also to Mother Yashoda. So Krishna was like, as per time, place and circumstance, he used to deal with the situation, because the need of that time was that. So in the Dwapar Yuga, in the Treta Yuga, the difference between good and evil was very clear. Ravana is demon, Ram is good. This is everybody knows. But in the Dwapar Yuga, the good and bad, the same person can be good also and bad also. So it is based on the context. So that's why it was very difficult to identify whether this person is good or bad. So for that, then because of that, Krishna had to use the diplomacy, like that.
It's 5 o'clock. Thank you so much. We'll be having Arati ceremony for the ladies. Please stand up. Thank you for the Prabhu. Prabhu ki jai. श्री करताय गौरचंद्र की जय।
It's very nice if you actually move. This is the Hare Krishna movement, and we like to dance rhythm. We don't stand like a pillar. If you want to, you can stand in the back more, but we are discomfortable if you can't remove. Thank you.
Bye.
ISKCON BBT founder Charya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nityalila Pravish Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parijaj Acharya Stotra Shri Srimad. This divine loving grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Anand Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Sri Rupa Sri Sanatana सनातन भक्त रघुनाथ सिद्धि गोपाल भक्त दास रघुनाथ साथ गोस्वामी प्रभु की प्रेम से हो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधे कृष्ण गोकुल गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा गिरी गोवर्धन की राजा बोल श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नावद्वीप धाम की श्री जगन्नाथपुरी पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र धाम की श्री राधा धाम की इस्कॉन एम्स्टरडैम की श्री करुणा निताय गौरचंद्र की all the devotees of ISKCON Amsterdam की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे glories to be assembled all glories to be assembled all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. Devotees, thank you so much. It's a full temple hall today. It was nice. Thank you so much, Parivada Prabhu, for coming and leading the Narasimha prayers. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Pudra is here. So, Pudra Prabhu is inside. It's time, Pudra, for a wonderful Ramayana session today. You all enjoyed it, hopefully. It's a memorable event which is coming up 22nd of January. ISKCON Amsterdam is actually doing a program in association with the Embassy of India in Den Haag. We'll be celebrating this most wonderful historical event. It's going to happen on the day, 22nd of January. The event details will follow in the newsletter this week and next week. But yeah, please know that we have an event which is not just ours but in association with other organizations and Embassy of India. So thank you, Pradap Prabhu, for speaking on Lord Ram. Let's thank Pradap Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So today's wonderful decorations is always as usual done by our devotees taking care of decorations. So Priya Mataji, Dr. Radha Mataji, Triveni Mataji, and Rajrani Mataji. So thank you so much. Wonderful, very wonderful decorations, wonderful things. The Lady Worship team is led by a group of devotees. Rajrani Mataji, Astasaki Mataji, Mohyatri Mataji, of course, and Janakinath Prabhu, and Jagadish Prabhu is back now from Russia. And who else? Ragharadka Mataji, Premalata Mataji, Janakinath Prabhu. So let's thank them all for taking care of our deities, our beloved Shri Karunataya Gavichandra. Thank you so much, Rajrani. You can tell to all the devotees. I'm really grateful for such wonderful service here. Can we quickly know who are here for the first time today? First time at ISKCON Amsterdam? Come on.
First time this year.
First time this year. No, in general, first time visiting to ISKCON Amsterdam. Please raise your hand. We have a small gift from Srila Prabhupada to you. Maybe His Grace Parivada Prabhu can give them all gifts. And maybe the Tumajiri Mataji can give to Matajis.
Keep your hands raised so
Please
you can
raise your hands. And starts from here. Martin. Please keep your hands raised.
For the whole family here.
We need Dutch books.
I'll give later. We can give them now here. They will get one more afterwards. Yeah. They can approach me outside and then we can give the books. Motherji, there are people out in the back also. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Seems like everybody got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dimajiri Mataji. Thank you for giving the gifts and Srila Prabhupada. So today is actually a very auspicious day. It's the day of Ekadashi. But with the help of a good team of devotees, Anchal Mataji, Aditi, and Ganpati Anna, and Sachin Prabhu, we have made a very wonderful feast. So we're serving in temple here. It's a day of fasting, but we have a feast. So please prepare yourself and sit down and take your time to honor prasadas. It's going to be a nice service, hopefully. And Okay, can you please throw? We have a few important announcements to make about the upcoming events. Next Sunday, we have a music release from Ratimanjari Mataji. This is a CD launch, if I understand right. If you want to make it, you can introduce the event and invite devotees. We'll be throwing the. Yes, here it is.
Yeah. So yes, next Sunday, 14th of January, at 12 o'clock in this building, this temple, I will be launching my CD album, a double album called Asha Banda, Songs of Hope, and it's all great kirtans and bhajans. It's very beautiful collaboration. It took me a long time, 12 years, but yeah. At some point, I just thought, let me get my perfectionism, leave it in 2023, not just release it, because I'm also going to be 60 years at the birthday of the day. So I'd like to invite each and every one of you, if you have time, if you are curious, please come. 12 o'clock, between 12 and 2:30. There will be also a premiere of a music video, which some of the devotees here have also participated. And there will be nice snacks. And yeah, you just, if you want something different for the Sunday 12 o'clock, you're very welcome. Thank you. And after that, also I'm going to give the class in the Sunday Peace Project.
So please come and let's celebrate Ratimanjari Mataji's contributions here, decades of contributions to ISKCON and Srila Prabhupada's movement. Thank you, Mataji, for being there, for being there. So we're really
Get
grateful.
the newsletter, and you can please also reserve your spot. This is Chitralekha. Just let us know for Prashadam. We want to also treat you.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Tomorrow is also birthday of our Vrajrani Mataji. So let's pray for this devotee by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra one more time. This is Hare Krishna movement, as Ratimanjari was telling. So we sing Hare Krishna mantra quite a lot. Let's sing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now moving on. This is something really exciting. Our very, very dear Sachinandra Maharaj is coming on 24th January. So we have a big event, very deep event also as per in Temple Hall here. This is a big day, of course, but I already took leave. Many of our friends also took leave already because we want to make a nice prasadam feast also. Maharaj will be coming around noon time to our home, and then we'll bring him here for the temple program around evening 6 o'clock. We start the program. Along with Maharaj, Gaurakrishna Prabhu, Bharanandini, and a few other devotees are also coming, very good musicians. The evening will be filled with kirtans and katha. The title Maharaj chose himself, Meeting Krishna in His Holy Name. Who wants to meet Krishna? Maharaj will take you through. That's the title which Maharaj gave himself. Even subtitle Maharaj gave himself. Can you slide? Class Kirtan and Reflection with Sajjananda Swami. So that's again 24th of Jan. Very, very grateful to Sajjananda Maharaj for coming and helping us and moving forward in Krishna consciousness. He's on the way to Melos. That weekend, particular weekend is the weekend of Radhesh Melos. So many of us will be going. So the temple will be off as such. We are allowed to do one program a week, so we are using that Sunday program slot in Wednesday basically. So yeah, Sajjananda Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. One last thing for the day is now. Can you please note the question? Okay. Who knows this picture? We have in temple, yes. This is Vrindavan. This is Krishna and Balaram running in the front, and all the gopas and all the cows, calves, and birds and animals, they are just running to touch Krishna. The whole thing is, who is going to touch Krishna first? But the Prabhupada explains that the Vrindavan mood is not about just the worldly race which we see all the time, that oh, I want to be the first. Right? It is not just the mood of wanting to go and touch Krishna first. It's the mood in which I want to go run so fast, but by doing that, I'm going to inspire everyone else to run faster. And I'm the happiest person if I come last. Right? That's the mood. I'm going to put so much of effort in pleasing Krishna, but not just in that. I'm going to inspire the whole community, friends, even the cows and calves, and going and being their best in serving Krishna. In that mood, we always do a Vrindavan meditation before we end our announcements. Let's sing. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Shyam, Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Shyam, Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Shyam, Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai One last request in the Temple of Uttarakhand. If you are inspired with our services, you want us to do more, with more people, please come and contribute. This whole temple is run by volunteer contribution. Don't have anybody who is going to come and, Nilam, Bartoshan, Vijay, you just run the temple, we are supporting you, don't worry, we don't have that kind of support. Our temple, we all combine together, including the electricity, the gas for cooking, and daily decorations, everything, the rent for the space. It's an opportunity for us to come and be a part of Krishna's family. If you want to be a Krishna's family insider, not just an outsider. From the perspective of contributing in maintaining this facility, please approach me. You can give any donation, doesn't matter. It's a new year, so maybe something which is going to multiply. So, yes. Thank you so much.
And assisting in the kitchen.
Yes. Yeah, we have. We're going to serve prasadam now. Anybody would like to help us with serve out? Okay, we have a lot of devotees. That's we don't need perhaps that many devotees. Just need 4 people, and then we'll need a few people for cleaning the temple afterwards. Anybody would like to do that after serving prasadam?